the Skill Enrichment Board Chairman CA Jaychara, and also the Central Council member CA D. Prasanna Kumar from Andhra Pradesh, who hails from Visakhapatnam. They will join us in a short while from now. What we'll be doing is we will straight away start this session since it is 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. sharp, and we will start it. And once our CCM and the chief guest of today, chairman of a Skilled Enrichment Board, join us, we will ask them and we will listen to them for a brief while. Now, may I request the chairman of Vijayawada branch, CA G. Srinivas Rao, to give his opening remarks.
Very good morning, respected Valiveti Satish Garu, resource person of the day and CEO of the Advanced Minds and a Success Coach, and my colleagues in the managing committee, Secretary Shrita Shireen ma'am and CA Ravi Kishore sir, and your leader and Chairman Sikasa. And most important of the day, guys and girls, very good morning, one and all. My hearty congratulations to you on choosing the best course in the world. Having accepted this course, you should not find any reasons to complete this course. You have to complete it at any cost. The professional course needs a fair amount of industry rather than intelligence. Please complete the course. Whether the course of professional course may be a doctor's or IAS or engineering in the topmost colleges. All these things needs more industry. See, luck is a small amount of factor, but intelligence is also can be overcome with your industry. That is hard work. So success needs no shortcuts. Only you have to do and perform. That is the only thing that we have to do. In this course, presently, we need only industry rather than the intelligence. You have to study as per the plan and present in the exams. Of course, what I said that luck is definitely plays a bit even role, and for that purpose, I wish you all the best, because it remembers me the dynamics of wishing somebody. When I wished my daughter on the occasion of her 10th class, I said that best of luck. She felt the house in a small way. Dad, you wished me a half luck. Why you are talking like that? It is best of luck. So from that time, I avoided the best of luck points, and I wish always all the best. Thank you. And over to Ravi Kishore sir to introduce our today's resource person. We'll go ahead with the technical session, and then a small amount of interruption will be there whenever our chairman Skill and Enrichment Board will come to you. He's an excellent person, an excellent orator, and a man of bunch of knowledge. His advice definitely will be helpful to you. Over to you, Ravi Kishore sir.
Yeah, before I hand over the proceedings to today's speaker, I request our Secretary of Vijayawada branch, CS Shrita Shireen, to wish the participants. A few words from you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, my dear students. In my opinion, I feel you are smart students, but because you joined this course, but our intention is to make you more smart. Particularly, you should act smart while attempting the exams, because it helps in presenting the subject what you have learned. To my knowledge, this program is the first of its kind organized in the history of Vijayawada. It's a wonderful opportunity for you all. Please grab it and please do participate actively. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, madam, for those words. Now, I take this opportunity to introduce Sri Satish Valiveti. He is the CEO of Advanced Minds. Advanced Minds will conduct inspiring seminars and workshops. Sri Satish is a professional speaker, and also he is a psychologist. He holds the Guinness Book of World Record attempt for training the highest number of teenagers on largest adolescent health awareness lesson. He is a success coach for doctors, police, top managers, army commanders, bankers, engineers, builders, professors, students, teachers, employees, parents, so on and so forth. He is a corporate trainer and also an NLP certified practitioner and a hypnotherapist. With this brief introduction, I hand over the proceedings to Sri Satish Valiveti. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Good morning, friends. Okay, friends, three things should happen. Number one, you must be able to see me. Number two, you must be able to hear my voice. Number three, you must be able to see the slide. If all three are happening, friends, just type number 3 in the chat box. I repeat, you must be able to see me clearly, hear my voice, and then see the slide. If all three are happening, type 3 in the chat box. Fantastic. Friends, because all of you are on mute and I cannot see you, the only way we communicate is through the chat. So please make sure you actively participate throughout the session, right? Friends, welcome to this program, How to Excel in Education the Smart Way, right? So friends, before we start the session, I want to take time to just thank the organizers and the host of this program.
Because we do it because of the things, sir.
Right. Yeah. So I want to thank the organizers.
Can you kindly stop the ones so that our CCM has joined? It seems.
Sir, he is not in the panelist list.
Maybe, oh, he is joined in the participants, I think. Jai Cherias.
Was he sent the...
Yeah. Yes, sir. He is there, sir. He has to promote.
Yes. Jai Charya is in the attendees list, sir.
Now he is promoted to panelist. Now that he will be made.
Yes. Enable his video and audio, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm just doing it. Sorry, Satish Garu.
No worries, sir. Absolutely no worries.
Sir, can you please stop sharing the screen for a while?
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Sir,
Unmute.
good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Very good
Actually,
morning,
I was there, but I was given this link, so I just clicked that link.
No, that is at exactly 10 o'clock we started the thing, sir.
So I also joined it.
We requested the resource person as and when you comes, because that student should listen your message. So that is only our intention. Prasanna sir told that he is having some internet issues. He is traveling. He requested you to listen the students about yourself only first.
Yeah, chairman, what Jay sir is telling is that he joined at 10 o'clock, but sorry. He was in the attendees list.
Oh, sorry, extremely sorry, sir. We thought
we did not observe that.
Because I was given this list. The link that you shared with me was that one.
Oh, sorry, extremely sorry, sir.
It's fine.
Okay, Ravi Kishore, sir, go ahead with the things.
Yes, sir. Sir, thank you, CA Jai Chera, sir. It's our privilege and honor, and also the students are very much fortunate enough to listen to you on this special occasion of this smart student seminars, a series of seminars which are conducted for a continuous 4 days. Sir, it's my privilege to introduce you to the participant. CA Jai Chera, sir, is a Bachelor of Commerce. He is a LLB. Friends, I should tell you that Jai Chera sir's qualification runs into 3 lines. You should believe me, and I will just mention a few of his qualifications. He is a Bachelor of Commerce, LLB, FCA, ACMA, means all the Chartered Accountancy course and Cost and Management Accountancy course, MBA Finance, MFM, PGD, FM, MFC, MKBKM, Master of Philosophy in Management, MA Economics, MCOM, DBM, DBF, ESA from ICI, MBA, ADBA, PGD, ENT. So there are some 2 more lines of his qualifications. I have mentioned a few of his qualifications. You can take from Jayachara sir. He was awarded by the President of India for getting first in India in research. Also awarded by Chief Minister of Bihar for science and research. Awarded by Governor of Gujarat as a Legend of Surat, by Health Minister of Gujarat as a Star of Surat, by MP Surat as a Jewel in the Crown, and Mayor of Surat, Surat Na Sitara, as youth icon by leading newspaper group Dainik Bhaskar. State level winner in painting, singing, elocution, drama, etc. Acted in few Gujarati dramas and films. He participated in Akshay Kumar International Karate Martial Arts Competition. He is member of Civil Defense, Government of Gujarat. Selected for World Youth Peace Summit, Geneva. He represented India at various forums of higher educations, be it at Los Angeles, Milan, Madrid, London, Paris, etc. He was elected to as the president at Rotary Club during the year 2008. He was associated with ICI activities from 95. He was the chairman of Surat branch in the year 2005. He was the vice chairman of WIRC in 2012. He is currently the Central Council member, chairman of Student Skill Enrichment Board, Board of Studies. He is the vice chairman for committee for CS in Entrepreneurs and Civil Service. He is member of Accounting Standards Board, Editorial Board, and 14 other committees of ICI. He is member of various committees of South Asian Federation of Accountants. With this brief, sir, I hand it over to you to address the student.
Thank you very much. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A very good morning to all of you. Chairman of the branch, Vijayawada branch, CAG Srinivasa Rauji, CA Ravi Kishore and the entire managing committee team of Vijayawada branch and all other elected representatives, as well as my very dear students, friends. Once again, a very good morning. And first of all, let me start with complimenting Vijayawada branch for a number of reasons. Number one, this is one branch which is very innovative. My council colleague, Prasanna ji, told me at the beginning of the year, friends, let me tell you, the moment I got the chairmanship of the Student Skills Enrichment Board, Board of Studies, the moment I took the charge of that, I got the first call from Prasanna ji, and he told me, okay, bhai, just do one thing, whatever you do during the year, but our Vijayawada branch is a very good branch. You first book it. You first book one national program for Vijayawada branch, and we want a mega program very soon. This branch is very innovative and can host wonderful programs. Very sincerely, till then, I was not in touch with Vijayawada branch team. So anyway, Prasanna ji said, and he's a very, very sincere council member. So I said, Prasanna ji, surely, one national conference, you have told me, this is the first program I'm booking during the year. It definitely will go to Vijayawada branch. And immediately I got an email from the branch and we already responded. Now the thing is totally different because of COVID. Rather than physical, we had to go into virtual mode. But I understand why Prasanna ji told me that this is an innovative branch. Because I had some 2 to 3 times discussion with the chairman of the branch as well as other office bearers, and I came to know that the way the programs are organized in this branch, are really very unique. I had already interacted at length about the various programs, whether it is about Excel program, which runs into number of days, where the students are trained into that, or it is regarding this 4 days program on smart students. My voice is breaking.
No, sir. It's good, sir.
Fine.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. So this 4 days program, or maybe some other programs, I think the branch is doing unique programs. My compliments to the branch, and I assure you that during this particular year, whatever students activities you want to do, whatever support you want from the head office, from the board of studies, academics or operations, we are always there with you. And now coming to the theme of the program, before that I will very quickly tell the student friends what we have done during this year. The president ICAI, C. Atul Kumar Gupta, is a very dynamic leader, a visionary leader. And for the last 70 years, there was one particular board for the student. While there were a number of committees for members, for students, there was only one board, and that was Board of Studies. And the Board of Studies was very much busy developing the curriculum and delivering on the curriculum aspects. So the president felt that we require giving something more to the students. I am sure students will agree that you deserve, the future of this profession deserves much more than curriculum. So while we are discussing, the president came out with the new concept. For the first time, a new board has been established, that is Student Skills Enrichment Board, also known as Board of Studies Operations. So what is the role of this board? I am the founder chairman of this board. And when we did the first meeting, our first initiative was that we were discussing about this aspect. And I'm sure the entire managing committee of this branch will agree that one of the best thing about this CA curriculum is that it is affordable for everyone. If you compare this curriculum with any other courses of this magnitude or level, this is a course which is affordable to all. Anybody can join. But still, there are some students who have some economic issues. So we decided to set up a special fund for providing scholarships to the needy students. And student friends, you will be happy to know that in the very first meeting of the Student Skills Enrichment Board, we decided to set up a fund of 100 crores separately. And you'll be happy to know that we have already set up the fund. We have transferred the amount also to the fund. And this will ensure that needy students, the students who are needy, can be helped immediately. Not only that, we immediately launched the portal. That means in the coming years, of course, and I'm happy to share that the person who is making the policy is from your place, who is also expected to be joined today, or I hope so, Prasanna ji. Prasanna ji is looking after the entire project, looking after the entire policy making for this. So once the policies are framed and adopted, from next year onwards, everything will be online. So it will be very smooth for the students to apply in this particular thing. So that is the first thing we did. The second thing that we did, of course, immediately was because of this COVID. And that was virtual MCS, virtual ITT, virtual OP. And we believe that virtual as well as physical in future should continue, so that the students get the option to go ahead. Let us see in the times to come what exactly the council decides. But at least looking at this time, we immediately took this decision in the benefits of the students. Another important thing that we did, and I'm sure this the students will like, and more than that, this particular Vijayawada branch will definitely like, because it's an innovative branch. And that is, up till now, whenever we had students programs, our topics used to be income tax, GST, company law, audit. Nonetheless, this is something very important, right? These are core aspects of our profession, and we should definitely train our students in this core competencies or domains in this particular domains. But we decided that because students are doing 365 days, the same type of subjects, we should give them something new. So we decided that whenever students' conferences are there, national conferences, international conferences, we will focus more on those topics which they have not covered in the curriculum. For instance, leadership, because we want our students to be leaders. We want the programs, CFOs, CA students, the future CFOs and CEOs. We want the programs on entrepreneurship. Similarly, technology, artificial intelligence, robotics, machine learning, blockchain, deep learning. Similarly, international practices, global opportunities, and other soft skills like delegation skills, negotiation skills, team building, etc. So I'm sure about it. The students will be very happy with this thing, because now, along with what you are going to do in terms of curriculum, where we already started with the virtual coaching also at the national level, and many branches and regions are also doing that because of some vernacular language, preference by the students. Centralized as well as decentralized, both the modes are there. But along with that, along with the aptitude, we are also looking at the attitude of the students. And I'm really very happy that Vijayawada branch is doing something really wonderful in these terms. So yet another initiative that we took this year was about industrial portal. Friends, let us understand, in the last 2 decades, there has been a major shift of students after completing chartered accountancy, because Indian corporates are growing at a very high rate. Now, many of the students, rather 80 to 90% students, are preferring to join industry. So it is very crucial that along with articleship, we provide them industrial training also. If there is a blend of articleship and industrial training, it will add fragrance to the flower. With this intention, we launched the industrial training portal. Now the students will not be required to hunt for the companies, because there was no nexus between the companies and the students. Unfortunately, because of COVID, this year we could not do something major about it because of physical restrictions. But we launched the portal, and in the years to come, we'll have more and more opportunities being created for the students, where they will have industrial training also. So these are some of the initiatives I can just tell you. Now, regarding today's program, as I understand, this is a program where students are going to be informed about the coming exams, how to give the November exams. So friends, I'll tell you one thing. I believe it. Exams are the days of celebrations. I believe it very thoroughly. And I have a very wide experience of giving exams. Very wide experience of giving exams in all the nooks and corners of the nation. In all the nooks and corners. I have studied from Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Madurai, Pondicherry, at least 7 cities of South, and given exams there. And similarly, in 5 different countries, I have given exams. And believe me, for any person who craves for knowledge, examination is an opportunity to showcase his talent, to showcase his skill, and exams is a matter of celebration. Anyway, that does not mean one does not have to prepare it thoroughly. Yes, for the purpose of examination, I can just tell you, during the entire year, I don't tell the students to be too serious, because as you understand, too much of studies or too much of work, that is all work and no play, makes Jack a dull boy, right? So during the year, I don't want the students only to focus on curriculum. I want them to develop themselves in all the 360 degree. But while you are approaching the exams, naturally for 1 or 2 months, you have to focus more on your curriculum. I would suggest the students that you remain away from the distractions. What are the distractions? First and foremost thing is social media. So I would suggest the students that now onwards, those who are going to appear in November, at least till November exams, refrain from going to Instagram, Facebook or WhatsApp, at least for 1 month. After November, you can do whatever you like. Second distraction may be IPL. I'm not sure what is the position in Vijayawada, right? Maybe. So some distractions may be taken out for 1 or 2 months. That is one. Second is sleep in time. Take care of your health, because only with healthy body you can have a healthy mind, right? And the third thing is divide your day into 3 different parts and divide your subjects also into 3 parts. For instance, A category of subjects are calculative subjects: accounts, advanced accounts, cost accounting, management accounting, strategic financial management. These are calculative subjects. Second category is a little more memory-based, application-based subjects, which are income tax, GST, company law, and like that. And the third one, where you require more of description, auditing, strategic management, right? Economics, like that. These are more descriptive subjects. So generally what I would do is, I would divide my subjects into 3 parts. And what I would do is, per day, I would not read less than 2 subjects and more than 3 subjects. If you read only 1 subject a day, then you have already learned in economics the law of diminishing marginal utility, right? You don't utilize your time in a very wise manner. So minimum 2 subjects. and at the same time not more than 3. Not more than 3, because that also would make everything hodgepodge. And if you are studying 3 subjects, preferably select one from A category, B, another from B, and third one is for C. So maybe it is for any level, foundation, inter, final. I'm just giving an example. I could see some comment. Here all the mixed type of students must be there. My only point is, I'm just pointing out memory-based subject, calculative subjects, descriptive subject. Choose from one category and prepare. This will help you in studying very well, because while you are doing accounts or costing, the best part is you only have to use your CPU. You don't have to use your hard disk. There is no pressure on your memory, right? And while you are doing auditing, it is about, just basic understanding and then describing it. While you are into income tax, naturally you have to memorize a few things. So maybe this way you can plan out. There can be so many other things I can add up, but I'm sure for these 4 days, wonderful speakers have been organized, as I can understand from the commitment of Vijayawada branch. I'm sure these 4 days, you are going to learn something really very good on preparation of examinations. My best wishes to each and every student. I hope if you are in foundation, that after this November, I address you once again as inter students. And if you are into intermediate, I'd be happy once again come back to you as CA finalists. And if you are CA finalists as members, once again, wish you all the best, and thanks to this branch for providing me this opportunity. Thank you.
Chairman, a word of thanks from you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Really, really, we are honored to be gracing on this occasion, because Vijayawada branch is really, what you said is correct. We are doing so many programs for the students, sir. Not only in the national conference level, we'll follow the footsteps of yours, and definitely in the CA day also, we are just planning a plethora of programs, say about 30 to 40 programs, mainly on the group discussions or mentoring, whatever the case may be, in the novel topics that can be done. And even the handwriting, graphology, and all these things, we would like to implement the same on the CA day and other courses also. Thank you for giving us the permission for all these things. And we have been since last 20 years, we are doing more than 600 IPCs, this MCS and GMCS, and also advanced ITS. Even presently now also, advanced ITT is going on, MCC is going on, orientation batch is going on, and we are going on this rapid revision courses also going on. As you suggested, some vernacular problems are there. That's why we are just giving our students a bit of this thing. Simultaneously, 5 programs are running for the students in this branch at this time, sir. Even at now. With the 6 counts that what we are having in the June, different batches, different levels. That is what the inspiration that we gained from you and Prasanna sir. Definitely, thank you very much for encouraging us, and we'll see that that encouragement should be there throughout. Thank you. Nice.
Great.
And we'll continue with the technical session, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Over to Satish sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. So welcome back. All right. So that was definitely an inspirational start from Jay sir. Thank you, sir. And before we start the session, friends, I want to thank the Student Skills Enrichment Board for organizing this 4-day program. Also, I want to thank the host, Vijayawada branch of SIRCF, ICA, and SICASA. So thank you so much, sir, especially Ravi sir and Jay sir. Thank you so much for bringing us together for this 4-day program. Friends, before we start the session, I want to congratulate all the students participating in this program. Friends, I'm sure the ICAI SICASA has sent email to thousands of students to attend this program. But right now, I see approximately 300 plus students participating. So there's a facility for all of them to participate. Only you have come here. That shows, my friend, that you are serious and you are committed to achieve big things in life. A lot of people want to achieve success, Fred, but if you actually take action, and you're one of them, something inside you says, I want to have more in life, isn't it? That's why you're here, my friends. So please keep this zeal, take this 4-day program seriously, apply the strategies you're going to learn, and believe me, in common hours, you can achieve your dreams and make them come true, right? So friends, now, Before we start the session for this 4-day program, we have some quick rules to follow, put you back on track and to achieve your success that you wanted to. There are 5 rules, 5 quick rules. The first one is, we call it track, by the way, TRACK. The first one, to come back on track, take notes. This entire 4-day program, friends, I cannot see you, but please make sure you have a notebook and a pen handy. And if possible, use sketch pens and try to make the notes as colorful as possible. There's a reason why we do it. We'll discuss later. But please make sure you have a notebook and a pen handy. And if possible, have some sketch pens. The second one, revise. Friends, this program, the 4-day program, is going to give you some strategies how you can achieve success in your examinations. If you are a final student, it will help you immensely for this exam. If you are a foundation or interest student, it will help you not just in this exam. These strategies are going to help you in every exam you're going to write, right? So please make sure you write these notes and make these notes a handbook for you. And so please revise the notes as frequently as possible. Why? Because do you know, my friends, that revision is the father of memory? Do you know that? You know, revision is the father of memory. Who is the mother then? Okay, interest is the mother of memory. You know this, friends. I repeat, revision is the father of memory. Interest is the mother of memory. That is why, my friends, some subjects which you're very interested in, you remember them even if you don't read much, right? Why? Because if interest is there, it's the mother of memory. But revision, my friends, is the father of memory. So please make sure you revise these notes. The 4-day program we're going to learn. Please revise it. Most important rule, active participation. Friends, I cannot see you, I can't hear you, but if you want to learn the max from this 4 days program, please make sure you actually participate. If we do some activity, though I cannot see you, please participate from your end. And whenever I ask you some question, please actually answer your answers in the chat box, right? The fourth one, if you want to really benefit from this program, the 4-day program, please be consistent. Be on time to the session and attend all the 4 days, right? So if you're consistent, you'll gain the max. Last but not the least, please keep your questions to the last, my friends. As we keep going in the program, don't keep asking the questions in between, because I may not look at your questions in the chat, because I'll be focused on teaching you the content. So any questions, we'll have a Q&A session at the end of this session. At the last 15 minutes of this day, we'll give it for Q&A, so you can ask your questions then. Other than that, only reply my questions in the chat. If I ask you a question, answer it in the chat, but your questions, please, let's keep it to the last. If you're okay with all the 5, type okay in the chat box. Take notes colorfully, revise notes as often as possible, actively participate, maintain consistency for the 4 days, and keep your questions to the last. Fantastic. Very nice. So let's get started, my friends. Friends, do you agree, my friends? Do you agree if I say this, that compared to the previous generation, compared to when your parents were students, compared to the previous generation, today, my friends, there's a huge competition in the field of education. Type yes or no. I repeat, do you agree, my friends? Compared to the previous generation, today is a huge competition in the field of education, isn't it? So, friends, what I found was that not just in one city, but I found that across the country, I found that students are facing 7 major problems because of this heavy competition, because of the stress. I found that students from across the country, not just in one city, friend, but across the country, I found that students are facing 7 major problems when it comes to education or examination, right? So I'll show you the 7 problems. And if you have any of these problems, you can let me know in the chat, right? So these 7 problems are called the 7 major stress points. So please take a fresh page, put the heading 7 major stress points. Please make notes, friends, because it's going to help you for every exam you're going to attempt, right? So I found that for people who don't know me here, my name is Satish, friends, and I've been a professional speaker and a psychologist. For the last 20 years now, I've been conducting inspiring seminars and workshops across the country for schools and colleges and for the corporates. And I found that as I kept traveling to so many cities, I found that across the country, when it comes to examinations, especially CA students, I found they're facing 7 major problems. And I call it the 7 major stress points. Let's go one by one. If you have any of these problems, okay, you can let me know over the chat. The first problem, please make a note of it, forget. One of the major problems students tell me is that they forget. It's not that you don't study, friends. We do study, but after a while, we forget. A lot of students do not know how to take information to their long-term memory. If you have this problem, type 1 in the chat, because there's the first problem, type 1 in the chat box. A lot of students have this problem. They study, but after a while, they forget. If you have this problem, just type 1 in the chat box. All right. Let's look at the second major problem, friends. Second problem, please make a note of it, lack of concentration. Second problem, lack of concentration. You know what students tell me, friends? Students tell me, sir, I know I need to work hard. I know my parents are working hard for me. So I really want to study well. So I sit in my room, I open my books, I start studying. In the next room, my parents will be watching some TV, they'll be watching some video song. I sit in this room and with more clarity, I'll imagine the video song in my mind. But when it comes to books, I'm not able to concentrate. 10, 15 minutes, I get distracted. Do you have this problem? If you have this problem, type 2 in the chat. Oh, I already got a lot of 2s here. Okay, good. So lack of concentration is a second major problem students face. Let's look at the third problem, friends. In India, the majority of students, the problem they face, third one, please write down, lack of interest. Lack of interest. You know, we find TV interesting, music interesting, movies interesting, cell phone interesting, video games interesting. But when we open up books, we feel like yawning. Yeah. So a lot of students, you know, they don't know how to create interest towards academics. If you have that problem, type 3 in the chat box. Let's look at the fourth major problem students face in this country. Please make a note of it. It's called lack of confidence. Lack of confidence, friends. You know, suppose example, we go to a school or a college, we go and sit in the class. Either it's an online class or it's a live class. We sit in the classroom. When the teacher teaches a lesson, if we get a doubt, we're supposed to say, sir, doubt, isn't it? But a lot of students are worried as to what others might think of them. You know this saying, right? Sabse bade rog kya kehte hai log, isn't it? So a lot of students are worried as to what others might think of them. And you know, friends, frankly speaking, today it is necessary that you go on a stage, you take a mic, and you express your ideas to people, to the audience, isn't it? But again, a lot of students are worried or they lack confidence to talk on the stage or to ask questions in the classroom. Yeah, if you have that problem, type 4 in the chat box. And by the way, friends, if you don't know this, I have ICAI has a good news for you. Starting this Sunday, I will be conducting a 20-day program. I mean, weekly one session, a 20-day program on the art and science of public speaking, right? So that program is about to start this Sunday. If you haven't registered, you can contact Sikasa for it. So because I find a lot of students need confidence to speak with power on the stage. So we're also conducting a program shortly on the art and science of public speaking. The program is called Speak with Power, right? So how to join that program? The details I'll just find out from Sikasa and let you know tomorrow, right? Good. Which branch? Vijayawada branch. Vijayawada branch is conducting the program. The details I'll let you know tomorrow, friends, right? So anyways, that's the fourth problem, lack of confidence. Let's go to the fifth problem students face, anger. Please make a note of it. The fifth problem majority of students face is anger. You know, small things irritate us. Small things make us upset. Small things make us cry. Small things make us angry. And you know, once you get into that state of mind, we will not be able to focus, and so our time gets wasted. If you have this problem, type 5. Okay, good. Now let's go to the sixth major problem, friends, which many students in this country face today. The sixth problem, please make a note of it. It's called attraction to distraction. Please make a note of it. Attraction to distraction. You know, a lot of students tell me this. They tell me, sir, at night, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, sometimes till 12 midnight, I'm on the WhatsApp or Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. Next day morning, I get up, I scold myself for wasting time last night. So I'll decide that I will not do it today. But again, when night falls, I go back to my WhatsApp and Facebook and Instagram. So a lot of students do not know how to come out of attraction to distraction. Right. Okay. So let's go to the cell. So if you have this problem, type 6. So let's go to the last problem. Seventh major problem students face in this country. Exam fever. Please make a note of it. Exam fever. All right. Friends, you know, a lot of students tell me this. They tell me, sir, I really studied well all through the year. I don't know why. When I go to the exam hall, sometimes I go blank. I forget a lot of concepts. And you know what's funny, friends? The students tell me, sir, I forget in the exam hall, but when the exam gets over, when I walk out of the exam hall, I remember the answers again, right? So if you have this problem, type 7, friends. Yeah, good. So friends, I want you to count out of 7, how many problems do you have? Just count and type your number, please. Out of these 7, how many problems do you have? Just count them and type your answer in the chat box. Okay, some of you have 3, some of you have 4, some of you have all 7. All right. Good. Right, friends. Okay. So friends, the first thing we need to understand is that, friends, if you have any of these problems, out of these 7, if you have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, or if you have all the 7, you need to first understand, my friend, that it is normal. I repeat, if you have any of these problems, my friends, first understand that it is normal. Normal, my friends. It's not just you who are facing this problem. Believe me, across the country, lakhs of students are going through similar problems. But let me tell you, my friends, what surprised me. Let me tell you why this program is built, why this 4-day program. Friends, let me tell you what surprised me. As I told you, I keep going to so many cities across the country, conducting seminars and workshops, and I found that, do you agree, my friends? Do you people agree that despite all these problems, despite all this competition, despite all this pressure and stress about academics, there are students who are topping the exams every year? Yes or no, friends? Type your answer, please. Do you agree that though there are so many problems, there are students who are topping the exams every year, who are getting all India ranks, and who are excelling in education every year? Yes or no, friends? Now, this caught my attention. Now, how is this possible? Even those toppers, even they have these problems, even they have these distractions, even they have this lack of concentration problems, even they have this huge competition, isn't it? So how could they top the exams every year? So that, my friends, caught my attention. And believe me, for more than 12 years now, I started researching on these top students as to how they could achieve success in education, how they could excel in academics. And so, you know what I found out after 12 years of research? I discovered that these top students are of 2 categories. I discovered in this research that the toppers are of 2 categories. The first category, I call them the hard working students. First category of toppers, I call them the hard working students. And believe me, it's very easy to identify them because they look like this. Look at the slide. They look like that. Basically, they are the bookworm. From morning to night, books and books and books and books and books. I agree. I agree they top the examination. I agree they might be getting ranks. But basically, I call them hardworking bookworm students. But let me tell you what surprised me, my friends. In this 12 years research, I found the first category of toppers are the hardworking students, but I found the second category of toppers, and I call them, friends, the smart students. And trust me, these smart students are really smart. They don't struggle with books like that. They don't become bookworms the whole day. They do not take so much of stress, but still they top examinations. Friends, give me a frank answer, everyone. Do you want to be a hardworking student like a bookworm, or do you want to be a smart student? Type your answer, hardworking or smart. Type your answers. Do you want to be a hardworking student or a smart student? Smart, isn't it? Of course, yes. We all want to be smart students. So that is why, friends, you know what I did for the last 8 years now? I made an exclusive research on these smart students. Okay. And the good news, friends, I found the answers. I found exactly how these smart students, without getting stressed out, how they are able to top exams every year. You know what I found out? I found in this research that these students, smart students, they excel in education because they follow a few secrets. And I call them, friends, the top secrets of the smart students. Believe me, friends, these smart students are nothing special. Even they, like you and me, when they go to schools, they go to colleges, they study, they write examinations, everything same. But how do they excel? Because they follow some very, very simple but very, very powerful secrets. So what I did after 8 years of research, I took the secrets together and I built a program, and I call that program the Smart Student Recipe. Like the biryani recipe we have, so I made the Smart Student Recipe. So this 4-day program is that recipe, right? So by the end of these 4-day sessions, you'll exactly know what those powerful secrets are. If you're interested, type yes. Are you interested to learn this Smart Student Recipe? Type yes in the chat box. Fantastic. Good. So let's get started, my friends. Okay. So listen carefully now. We're getting into the subject. So friends, you tell me, if you really want to excel in your education, or for that matter, if you really want to excel in your life, what is that one important organ in your body that really helps you the most? I repeat, if you want to excel in the coming examinations, if you want to excel in life, what is that one organ in the whole body that helps you the max? Right. So we all know the answer, right? The brain. And do you agree, my friends, that we heard this many a times? We heard this, that scientists many times said this, that we as human beings, we use only a very small percentage of our brain capacity. Have you heard this? Type yes. Right? Have you heard this, friends, that we as human beings, we actually use a very small portion of our actual brain capacity, isn't it? So this fact triggered an idea in the smart students' minds. They thought, if my brain capacity is immense, and if I'm using only a 10% capacity of my brain, I have so much of brain capacity untapped. If I can use that capacity, instead of struggling for hours with books, that they thought, can I use this brain capacity and make my subjects interesting, and can I make my education far more easier, is what they thought. And that led to a fantastic solution for them. So friends, now let's dive in and see what they found about the brain. Friends, now you tell me, before we go into that power of the brain, before we learn how to use it for our advantage, let me ask you some quick questions. I want your answers in the chat, please. Right? Okay. Tell me, friends, what are your favorite sports and games? Just type your answers, please. What are your favorite sports and games? Cricket. Okay. Football. All right. Chess. All right. Good. So, friends, you tell me now, who is your favorite movie hero? Type your answers, please. Who's your favorite movie hero? Who's your favorite movie hero? Okay, Ritik, Amitabh, Akshay, Iron Man. Okay, Mahesh Babu. Okay, Amir Khan. Right. Okay, good. Thank you for answering. Now, friends, let me ask you some sincere questions. Please give me some answers frankly. Friends, let's say, for example, from today, for the next, let's say, 1 month, for 1-2 months, for the next 1-2 months, friends, if you don't play your favorite games, cricket, football, shuttle, chess, basketball, volleyball, whatever it is, for just 2 months, if you do not play your favorite sports or favorite games, any big loss in life, friends? Type your answer. Any big loss in life? Yes or no? But just 1-2 months, if you don't play your favorite sports, any big loss in life? No, right? Okay, next question. Friends, okay, thank you for answering so genuinely. Next question. Friends, let's say for the next 2 to 3 months or 3 to 4 months, for the next 3 to 4 months, if you don't watch a movie, Ritik, Shahrukh, Mahesh, Prabhas, whoever it is, for just 3 to 4 months, if you don't watch a movie, any big loss in life, friends? Type your answers, please. Yes or no? 3 to 4 months, you don't watch a movie, any big loss? No. Fantastic. So, friends, we know this, right? Now, the next important question. Now, this time, please answer genuinely again. The next 3 to 4 months, if you don't study, next 3 to 4 months, if you don't study, any big loss? Type your answer, please. Next 3 to 4 months, if you don't study, any big loss? Fantastic. So friends, we all know that education is very important, isn't it? We know that education is pretty important. But friends, the interesting question is, friends, we all know that education is very, very important. But surprisingly,
Sir, your got a voice is muted, sir.
so
Yeah, okay.
right, okay. So friends, we all know, so here's an interesting question, friends. So we all know that education is really important, but surprisingly, friends, we love sports, we love games, we love movies, music, TV, cartoons, cell phone games, and video games more than education, isn't it, friends? I repeat again, we know education is really important. And frankly speaking, in the future, education is what helps us, isn't it? But surprisingly, friends, we love sports, we love games, we love movies, music, TV, cell phones, and video games, and TV serials more than education, isn't it? Why? You got my question, friends? True, friends. The truth is, friends, we all sitting here, we all love spending 3 hours in the cinema hall than in the exam hall, isn't it? Now, why? Why do we find sports, games, and movies are interesting? Let's say entertainment, instant gratification. You're right. So, entertainment, right? Friends, think of this. Playing sports is an activity. Watching TV is an activity. Playing on the cell phone is an activity. Isn't it? The same way, my friends, even studying is an activity. Friends, when we find other activities are interesting, when we find other activities are instant gratification, when we find other activities are pleasure for us, now why do we find education difficult? I'll tell you, friends, it is not your mistake. I repeat, if you're finding sports, games, and movies interesting, but if you're finding education difficult, friends, it's not your mistake. There's a scientific reason why this happens, isn't it, friends? Isn't it true, friends? Let me ask you a simple question. Give me a frank answer. Let's say, give me a frank answer on the chat. Let's say you went to a cinema hall. Okay, let's say there's no corona. Just imagine there's no corona now. So you went to a cinema hall to watch a movie, and there's a big board there which said, "Today all shows are cancelled." How do you feel? Give me a frank answer, please. Chat your answer. You went to a cinema hall and there's a big board saying, "Today all shows are cancelled." How do you feel? You feel bad? You feel sad? You feel upset? Disappointed? Okay, good. Now, next question. You go to college and there's a big board. The board says, "Today all classes are cancelled." How do you feel? Frank answer, please. You go to college and there's a big board. "Today all classes are cancelled." How do you feel? See, that's the point, right? So you see, you feel happy, you party. Okay. Point, friends. Just imagine this. Education is life. Movie is just entertainment. But still, when we miss a movie, we feel upset, we feel sad. When we miss a class, we feel happy. Now, why does this happen? Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, all the students watching this, let me tell you, it is not your mistake. Right from childhood till date, if you're finding sports, games, movies, music, TV interesting, but if you're finding education difficult, it's not your mistake, my friends. There's a scientific reason why this happens. I'm sure some of you know this reason. The reason is, let's say, my friends, let's look at the slide now. Let's say that black ball is your brain. And we know this, that the brain, friends, has got two parts, right? Left and right. Now, believe it, friends, it's been scientifically proven that for every human being, you and me, for everybody on this planet, when it comes to memory power, listen carefully, friends, when it comes to memory power, when it comes to concentration, when it comes to focus, our brain's right part is very powerful. Which part? Right. Now, I'm not telling you this, friends. I'm not telling you this. Scientists proved it. There's a man called Roger W. Sperry who got a Nobel Prize for proving this fact. I repeat again, when it comes to memory and concentration, which part is powerful? Right brain. Everybody, I can't see you, but please participate. Keep your finger on the right part of the brain. Keep your finger on the right part of the brain and say, "It is powerful." It's powerful, friends. You know what? Luckily, fortunately, when we play sports, when we play games, when we watch movies, when we play on the cell phone, without your knowledge, automatically your right brain is activating. Do we understand this? I repeat again, when we play sports, when we play games, Now in the slide, SGM means sports, games, and movies. When we do those things without your knowledge, automatically your right brain is activating, friends. And the biggest drawback, my friends, is the education system we follow suits the left. I'm serious. Now, which part is powerful, friends? Right, isn't it? That is why, my friends, we like sports, games, and movies more than education. A simple example, friends. I'm going to ask you some quick questions now. Please type in the chat box. Friends, who is the hero of the movie Ek Tha Tiger? Type your answers, please. Who is the hero of the movie Ek Tha Tiger? Very good. Who is the hero of the movie Tare Zameen Par? Who is the hero of the movie Tare Zameen Par? Tare Zameen Par? Very good. And who is the hero of the movie Robo? Robo. Robo. And who is the hero? Okay, good. And who is the hero of the movie Sholay? Who is the hero of the movie Sholay? Sholay. Now look at this, friends. Very good. Okay, now look at it. Who is the hero of the movie Sholay? Right. Now look at this, friends. You know, not even one wrong answer. But friends, now look at this. Did you watch all these movies yesterday morning? Did you watch all these movies day before? I'm sure some of these movies you watched them years back, isn't it? Tell you why you remember them so fast, friends. You know why you remember them so fast? Because understand, movies, they go to your right brain, friends. It's also the right brain is also called automatic memory. Please make a note of it. Please, everybody, draw this picture, draw the brain, two parts, left and right. Right. 1 second. Friends, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Okay,
Perfect.
good. Yeah, right. So friends, I hope you made this picture on your book. So friends, please understand this. Sports, games, movies, they luckily go to your right brain, but education goes to your left. The right brain is also called, friends, automatic memory. Tell me this, friends, or tell me this. 10 days. And give me a frank answer. 10 days back, the questions which you read, can you answer them this fast? The way you remembered Tare Zameen Par and Amir Khan, can you remember that fast the questions which you read 10 days back? Type your answer, yes or no. Now look at this, friends. Imagine this. 10 years back, we listen to a song, we watch a movie, we remember it like this. But 10 days back, the questions which you read, if you're struggling to remember them, it's not your mistake, friends. It happens because education goes to left brain, but movies go to right. So just think of this, friends. 10 years back, we watch a movie and listen to a song and we remember it like this. But 10 days back, the questions, can you hear me, friends?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, good. Yeah. But 10 days back, the questions which we read, if you're struggling to remember them, friends, it's not your mistake. It happens only because education comes to left brain, but movies go to automatic memory, right brain. Friends, if you understood so far, If you understood so far, friends, I have a good news for all of you here. The good news, my friends, is that is our brain. So that's power. The right brain is our power. It is you who answered me, Robo and Rajnikant. It is you who answered me, Sholay and Amitabh Bachchan. So we have this power, friends. The problem is, since childhood, we kept using this power, the right brain, the automatic memory, we kept using this power only for sports, games, and movies. But in this 4-day session, you will learn how to use it for education. The concept is very simple, friends, from this year. Friends, I don't know who you are, but from this year, friends, when you go to the examinations, just think of this. When you go to the examination, when you sit in the exam hall, when you get the question paper this November, for every question, the way you remembered Robo or Rajnikant, the way you remembered R.A. Zavinkar and Amir Khan, is that fast. For every question in the exam hall, if you can remember the answer, because we know how to write, we can do wonders in the examination. Yes or no? Please type your answers, please. If for every question in the exam, if you can remember the answers this fast, the way you answered the movie names and heroes, if that fast in the examination, if you can remember the answers, because we know how to write, we can do wonders, isn't it? That's exactly what smart students do, my friends. While most of the students, they only use their left brain for education, smart students have mastered how to use the right brain also for education, and they make the subjects far more easier and interesting for them. So we're going to learn how to do that. So left brain, we're anyway using it, but if you can also use your automatic memory power, the right brain for education, so that's the first secret, my friends, which the smart students do to achieve success the smart way in their examinations. So, any questions, friends? You know, actually, when I was talking about this topic, okay, when I'm talking about this left brain, right brain, I'm expecting a question from you. The question is, look at me. The question is, friends, see the brain, we know brain has two parts, right? Left, right, we know brain has two parts. Now, which part is powerful? Right. We can believe it because it's been scientifically proven. Now, the question you must ask me is, if I have such wonderful brain, the right brain, if I have this automatic memory, a brain which remembers movies 10 years back, if that's the kind of power I have, the question you must ask me is, why is it only sports, games, and movies are going to right brain, and why is education going to left? The question you must ask me is, why is it only sports, games, movies are going to right brain, and why is education not going there? Believe me, friends, if education also goes to your right brain, you would love education the way you're loving sports, games, and movies. But unfortunately, education sits in the left brain, right? So the question you must ask me is, why is education not going to right brain? Now, that's the question you must ask me. So ask me. Okay. So let me tell you, all the smart students, they know this answer. Listen carefully, friends. The smart students in this country, they know this answer. They know exactly why education is sitting in the left brain. They also know how to bring it to the right brain. Right? To do that, friends, there are 8 keys. Listen carefully. We are into the subject now. There are 8 keys, my friends. If you want to take information to your right brain, because once you take it there, it's automatic memory. You cannot forget it. So if you want to take information you're reading now, your right brain, there are 8 keys for that. And we call those 8 keys as route map. ROUTEMAP. 8 letters, those are the 8 keys, right? Route map. Now listen, friends, look at me. See, please understand this way. When any information when it comes into your brain, you can't say, hey, information, go to right brain. You can't say that. I wish we can. I wish we can open right brain. I wish we can keep it there, but that's not possible, right? So if an information comes into your brain, if that information has to go into your right brain, there are 8 keys for that. And we call those 8 keys as route map. And here's the good news, friends. Now, the good news is we don't have to use all the 8 keys. Now, that's the good news. I repeat, we don't have to use all the 8 keys. Out of these 8 keys, we use any 4. Any 4. Information goes to your right brain. If you don't use even 4 keys out of those 8, information settles in the left brain. So let's look at what those keys are. Right? Okay, so everyone, so take a fresh page, put the heading 8 keys to right brain. And Write route map in a vertical format, the way you see it on the slide there. So left brain. Now, where do movies go? Right brain. Friends, let's see first why this happens. Okay, let's first understand why education goes to left and why movies go to right. Let's understand that first. Okay, so friends, is my voice audible to everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
It's good.
Good. So let's go one by one, friends. Let's look at those 8 keys. Let's see why education sits only in the left brain. Let's see why movies go to right brain. Okay. So the first key, friends, are in root map. R stands for, please make note of it. R stands for rhythm. Rhythm. Please make note of it. R means rhythm. Rhythm in this context means music, beat, melody. Now that's rhythm, friends. Right. So any information that comes into brain, if that information has got rhythm in it, it goes to your right brain. If the information has got no rhythm, it goes to your left brain. Now let's look at education. Let's come to education. Friends, in education, friends, you tell me, do we use rhythm in education? Does your teachers come, do they play guitar and teach lessons? Yes or no? Type your answers, please. Do they come teach lessons by singing songs and playing guitar? Obviously, no. So in education, we don't use rhythm. In movies, friends, you tell me, movies, do they use rhythm? Do they use music, beat, melody? Of course, yes. Background score. So a lot of music, rhythm happens in movies, right? Friends, frankly speaking, in education system, we use it to use rhythm. When LKG, UKG, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star was taught rhythmically. Friends, I can bet with you, if you really try it now, every one of you, please try this. Try to sing Twinkle, Twinkle once. I'm sure you remember every single word. Johnny, Johnny, yes, Papa. I'm sure we still remember them. Why? Because that is the power of rhythm. But unfortunately, after kindergarten, once we got into class 1, class 2, there's no longer rhythm possible now. So we only learn in lecture mode. So in education, we don't use rhythm. Friends, frankly speaking, our original Indian education system was rhythmic. If you know this, there used to be gurukuls and ashrams where Sanskrit slokas were taught in rhythmic manner to students. Do you know that? Sanskrit slokas were taught in a rhythmic manner to students. Why rhythm? Because they know this concept. But unfortunately, today we don't follow that system. So in education, we don't use rhythm. Don't worry, out of 8 keys, we have to use any 4 keys. So let's go to the second key in root map O. Please make note of it. Second key, O stands for out of proportion. Please make note of it. O stands for, friends, out of proportion. Out of proportion means, in this context, out of proportion means something very big or something very small is out of proportion, friends. When any information that comes into brain, if it's very big or if it's very small, it again goes to your right brain. Again, let's come back to education. In education, do we use this key? For example, you tell me, friends, when you open a textbook, type your answers. When you open a textbook, when you look at one sentence, is it like this? One letter is big, one letter is small. Is it like that? Yes or no? When you open a textbook, is in one sentence, is it like this? Like one letter is very big, one letter is very small. Is it like that? No, right? So the whole textbook is in the same proportion, right? So out of proportion, we don't use in education, friends. Coming to movies now. Movies, do they use it? Of course. This movie Hulk is such a big fellow, or we have this Ant-Man, right? Okay, this Telugu movie Ega, Monkey, a small housefly, it was such a big thing. So big size, small size. In movies, using graphics, of course, they use it. They use it out of proportion key, but in education, we don't use it, right? Yeah, frankly speaking, friends, you can test this power of out of proportion with your parents. Today, once this session gets over, you go to your parents and ask them this question. Ask your parents, go back and remember their 10th class memories. Okay, try this. Really try this. You'll be surprised. If you ask your parents to go back to the 10th class memories, I'm sure Your parents finished the 10th class years back, right? Decades back. I can bet with you, friends, if you ask them to go back to the 10th class memory, and if you ask them, do they remember the tallest girl, the fattest boy, the shortest teacher of their class 10, they still remember them. Your parents may not remember every student, but the tallest girl or the fattest boy, they still remember because those people are out of proportion. Please understand this, friends. Anything out of proportion goes to right brain. You cannot forget easily. No, let me give you one more example. If you ever come to Vizag, I live in Visakhapatnam, by the way. So if you have never come here, please do come. It's a nice place to watch. So if you come to Vizag, once you step out of the Vizag airport, you see a big hoarding there, a big hoarding, an ad which says CMR Central, Ashadam sale, 50% discount. Do you know, my friends, that the CMR people, that's a shopping mall, they spend every month 2 lakhs rupees of rent. Seriously. Every month they spend 2 lakh rent for that single hoarding. Do you know why? Because they know this concept. It's out of proportion, such a big size. If the wife looks at it, she cannot forget, she'll drag the husband to the store. Because anything out of proportion, it goes to your right brain. But in education, we are not using this key. So let's move to the third key, my friends. Yeah. So third key, U, right? R is rhythm, O is out of proportion. Please write down U stands for unusual. Please make a note of it. U is equal to unusual. So any information that comes into your brain, if that information is unusual, unusual means which is not usual, which is different. Again, that information, it goes to your right brain. Again, let's come back to education. In education, do we have anything unusual happening? I don't think so. My grandfather, my father, me, my son, we're following the same education system. We go to schools and colleges, we learn lessons, we study at home, we write the exams. If you pass the exam, next class. If you fail the exam, same class, isn't it? So unusually, nothing is happening in education, friends. Let's come to movies now. In movies, anything unusual happens? Of course, yes. Spider-Man, Superman, jumping, flying, unusual, isn't it? You tell me, friends, can you jump from where you're sitting right now? Can you jump from there and land on my building? It's not possible, right? But a Superman can do that, right? So a lot of unusual things, they happen in movies, but in education, friends, nothing's unusual. Let's go to the fourth key now, T. Please make a note of it. T stands for transformation. Please make a note of it. T stands for transformation. In this context, friends, transformation means one thing changing into other form, like that. Okay. I repeat again. So transformation means one form changing into other form. As you see it on the slide there, like that. Okay, like that. When one form is changing into other form, that's called transformation. Anything that transforms like that, again, goes to your right brain, friends. So let me show you an example how movies use this concept. Okay, let me show you just a 20-second video clip of a movie to make you understand how transformation is used by movies. One second. Yeah, so let me show you how movies use the power of transformation. Friends, if you can see the video, type yes. Hello. One second. Yes, video conditioner, sir.
No, sir, it's not visible.
1 second. Sir. One second, friends. Let me put the video on. Can you see it now?
Yes, sir.
transformation, friends. Right? So my point, I mean, there are some movies, other movies, like for example, there's a movie called Transformers in English where cars turn into robots. I'm sure some of you must have watched it, right? So my point here is such transformations are possible in movies using graphics, right? But such transformation is possible in movies, friends.
Hello, sir. Okay. మిమ్మల్ని పోస్ట్ చేసేస్తాను మిమ్మల్ని.
Okay. Friends, such transformations are possible in movies. So my point is, this is possible in movies using graphics, transformation, one thing into changing into other form, right? But is it possible in education? Does your teacher come become a bike or something? I don't think so. So in education, we don't use transformation. So let's go to the fifth key, my friends. Okay, fifth key in root map. E stands for, please write down. E stands for emotion. E stands for emotion. Emotions, friends. We know emotions are of two categories: the positive emotions, the negative emotions. And here's the bad news, friends. The bad news is mostly negative emotions go to your right brain. Positive also go, but mostly negative emotions, they go to your right brain. Negative emotions means emotions that make you cry, that make you sad, that makes you upset, that make you irritated, frustrated, angry. All these negative emotions, they go and sit in your right brain. That is why, my friends, give me a frank answer. Okay. Friends, give me a frank answer. I'm going to ask you a question. Answer in the chat box. Friends, give me a frank answer. When you sit idle at home, when you have no work to do, right? You just sit idle. And when you start thinking about your past, do you think more happy events or sad events? Please type your answer, please. When you sit idle at home and you have no work to do, you think of your past. Generally, do you remember more happy events or do you remember more sad events? See, a lot of people said sad. Why? It's not because we don't have happy events. We do have happy events, but generally we remember sad events mostly. Why? Because negative emotions, friends, they go to right brain. We don't forget them easily. Again, let's come back to education now. In education, do we have negative emotions? For example, when a teacher comes and teaches you a lesson, do you fall on the floor and start crying? I don't think so, right? So in education, we don't use many negative emotions, friends. Coming to movies now. Friends, I can bet with you, no matter how strong you are at heart, there are some movies you feel like crying. Yes or no, friends? Definitely, I repeat, no matter how strong you are at heart, there are some movies you feel like crying. Agree? So, friends, just quickly type a few movies you cried or you felt like crying. Type a few movies where you saw the movie and you cried or you felt like crying. Okay. Tare Zameen Par, all right. Killa, Sanju, Deva Baba, definitely yes. Okay. Ford versus Ferrari, Sholay, very nice. See, so that's the point. So I don't know how many times you cried in the class. Okay, we don't cry. When the teacher teaches the lesson, we don't cry, right? But definitely, when we watch a movie, there are different types of movies. No matter how strong you are at heart, movies where you feel like crying. Agree? So, friends, negative emotions they use in movies, but not in education. Let's go to the next key in root map. Let's go to the next one. M. M stands for. Please make note of it. M stands for movement. Movement. You cried when your friends bullied you, Omkar. But that's not your teacher, right? We're talking about education. Does education make you cry? Maybe your friends did bullied you, right? But not the teacher, right? Good. So, anyways, next one is movement. Please write down. M stands for movement. Movement in this context means something that's constantly moving. So again, when information is constantly moving, it again goes, friends, to your right brain. Okay. Again, let's come back to education now. Friends, you tell me in education, do we have movement? For example, you tell me, friends, when you open a textbook, when you look at one sentence, do the lines move there? No. See, education is static. We have to keep moving our head and read it, but education, its lines are static, right? So in education, there is no movement. Coming to movies. In movies, friends, you tell me, is there movement? Of course, yes. From the starting titles to end titles, everything in between keeps moving the whole time. So a movie is full of movement, but education is not. Let's go to the next key in root map A. A stands for, write down, attractive colors. Please make note of it. A stands for attractive colors. My dear friends, attractive colors also go to your right brain. This one key, my friends, I'm genuinely happy because this one key I find these days is being used in education to an extent. I don't know about CA textbooks, but definitely at least till class 10, class 11, class 12, I'm sure textbooks are coming in color. Do you agree? Till class 10th, class 11th, class 12th. Yeah, not in CA. Yes, sir, agree. But at least till class 10th, we can find some attractive colors in education. When I was small, when I was a student, we only had a black and white print. Year by year, textbook size increased, but it's only a black and white print, isn't it? And that is the reason, my friends, by the way, I sincerely recommended you to make this entire 4-day program notes in colors. I requested you to use sketch pens, remember, when you write these notes, because attractive colors go to your right brain. Okay, again, coming to movies now. In movies, do they use attractive colors? Of course, yes. It's a colorful world altogether. Let's go to the last one. Okay, last key. Now, yeah. Now in CA also have colors in textbooks. Fantastic. Then fine. Good. So colors are possible. Now, that's what I'm saying. This generation is lucky to an extent because education is using colors. Let's go to the last key now. In root map, P stands for write down pictures. Make a note of it. P stands for pictures. Pictures also go to your right brain. My dear students, do you know this, that your mind loves pictures? Do you know this, friends? Do you know, my friends, that your mind loves pictures? I'll prove it right now. I want all the participants to sincerely participate and to do this activity right now. Everyone, please sit straight wherever you are. Sit straight and close your eyes. Hope you're not driving, okay? Right. So please sit straight and close your eyes. Do it sincerely. Close your eyes. And don't open your eyes until I tell you. I repeat, friends, if you participate, you'll gain the max. So please participate. Sit straight, close your eyes. And don't open your eyes, okay? Stay like that. Close your eyes, stay like that. Now, don't think of an elephant. Don't think of a snake. Don't think of a red apple. Don't think of a dinosaur. Don't think of a cockroach. And don't think of a black horse. Open your eyes. Friends, give me a frank answer. If you participated, how many of you saw all of them? Type yes in the chat box. If you have seen them in your mind, please type yes in the chat box, please. So that's the point, right? So that's the point. Look at it. I clearly mentioned don't think of an elephant. Don't think of a horse. But you can, even though I said don't think of, your mind looks at the pictures as if there's a screen in your mind. Agree? Because that, my friends, is the power of pictures. Your mind loves pictures. And such pictures, friends, they go to your right brain. Again, let's come back to education. Now, in education, do we use pictures? Actually, partially, yes. We have science diagrams, we have social map pointing. Yes, to an extent, we use pictures, right? But my question is simple. For every topic, every para, every point, every concept, do we use pictures? No, the answer is no, right? So for every concept, every para, every topic, every point, we don't use pictures extensively in education. Coming to movies. Friends, in movies, do they use pictures? Of course, yes. See, you don't go to a cinema hall and you don't start reading Once Upon a Time, There Lived Three Idiots. We don't read like that, right? We watch it like a picture. So a movie is full of pictures. My dear friends, look at the slide once. Out of 8 keys, how many keys should we use, friends? Type your answer. Out of 8 keys, how many keys I told you should we use? 4, right? And how many are we using in education? Just 1. That is why, my friends, education sits in the left brain. How many keys should we use, friends? 4. And how many keys are the movies using? Almost all the 8 keys. That is why, my friends, movies go to your right brain. Did you understand? Friends, if you understood so far, just type yes in the chat box, please. See, that's the point, right? So, technically, what we should do now is we all should maybe go to the education minister's house, or we should go to the DEO's house, and we should say, sir, look at the injustice being done to us, sir. Look at the injustice being done to us. They were supposed to use 4 keys, but in the education system we're following, we're using only 1 key. That is why we're finding education difficult. So in the new education system, incorporate these keys and will study effectively is what we should tell them, right? But the truth of the matter is, friends, even if we tell them, system will not change overnight, right? So what we're going to do, friends, so let the system remain the same way. But in this 4 days program, we'll learn step by step how we can use those keys and make our subjects far more interesting and easy. So let's do a quick recap, my friends. Let's do a quick recap. Root map. R stands for, please shout and say, rhythm. O, out of proportion. U, unusual. T, transformation. E, emotion. M, movement. A, attractive colors. And P, pictures. Fantastic, right? So that's the first thing the smart students understood, right? So friends, before we dive and learn how to use these keys for our subjects, let me ask you an important question. Friends, here's an important question I want you to answer in the chat box. All the smart students we're talking about in this country, and you sitting there watching this session, you, my friend, and those smart students, you both have one thing in common. What is that? I repeat my question. All the smart students that we're talking about, and you sitting there, you and those smart students have one thing in common. What is that? Keep guessing your answers. What is common between both of you? Brain power, listening, time. Very good. Very good. Exam paper. Nice. Right. Good. Brain, eyes, nose, lungs, kidney, common. Very good. Friends, some of you gave me the right answer. The answer I'm looking for. Yeah. The answer I'm looking for, as some of you mentioned it rightly, is 24 hours a day. Isn't it, friends? Everybody born on this planet, we all have the same 24 hours. Do you have more than that? No, right? But friends, how we're using it. Trust me, how we're using it is making all the difference. Friends, those smart students, each day, they're using each 24 hours very, very powerfully. They're using each 24 hours as a platform to grow, and that's how they're becoming smart. Friends, from this program, from this 4-day program, if you can learn this one thing, if you can learn how to use 24 hours powerfully, if you can use how to use 24 hours like a smart student, even you can be a smart student. Why? Because sow the same seeds, get the same fruits. That's always the rule, right? So let's look at how 24 hours are being used by smart students. Friends, all the smart students and you have one thing in common, 24 hours. So if you can learn, friends, how you can use it powerfully, you can change your life. Because tomorrow we have 24 hours, day after 24. So all your life, each day, how many hours do we have? 24, right? So if you can learn how to use 124 hours powerfully, you can change your life, friends. Till date, all the students watching me, friends, till date, if you are wasting your time, if till date, if any of you are wasting your time, friends, I will not say that it's your mistake because nobody taught us. Friends, you tell me, right from your childhood till now, due to schools, colleges, teachers, parents, friends, did anybody teach you how to use 24 hours powerfully? Type your answer, please. All these years, your schools, colleges, teachers, parents, friends, did anybody teach you how to use 24 hours powerfully? No, right? So that is why. So friends, that is why, friends, we've been wasting our time. No problem, friends. From tomorrow, I'm going to teach you how to use each 24 hours in a very powerful way. Ready? But friends, frankly speaking, we don't have 24 hours. Frankly speaking, we don't actually have 24 hours. I'll tell you why. Because in 24 hours, we need time to eat food. Most important, right? So we need time to eat food, right? 24 hours. Actually, we're trying to learn 24 hours, but frankly speaking, we don't have 24 to learn because in 24 hours, we need some time to eat food, right? So similarly, in 24 hours, we also need time to sleep. Next most important thing, right? So sleep. And we also need time in 24 hours for E. Now, my dear students, what is E? Guess your answers, please. In 24 hours, we need time for food. We need some time for sleep. We also need time for E. Now, what is E, students? What do you think E stands for? If you are thinking it's education, no. It's entertainment. Yeah. Do you want to stop playing games? Do you want to stop watching movies? Do you want to stop having some fun? No, no. As Jay sir rightly mentioned, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, right? So we also need time for entertainment. Agree? So food, sleep, entertainment are equally important. Yes or no, friends? So let's fix some time. Okay, let's fix some time. In 24 hours, let's talk about food first. We eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. We eat a lot, right? So in 24 hours, how many hours do we need for food? Let's calculate. Four major activities: breakfast, lunch, snacks, dinner. So four activities. So let's say four half an hours. Half an hours will do. So for breakfast half an hour, lunch half an hour, dinner half an hour, snacks half an hour max. So four half an hours will be how much? 2 hours. Let's say food will keep 2 hours away, right? In 24 hours, 2 hours for food. Let's come to sleep now. Friends, type your answers. How many hours do we need for sleep? Please type your answers, please. How many hours do you think we need time for sleep? Okay. Friends, I think the chats you're sending me, I'm getting 10 seconds late. So I'm not able to see your answers yet. So how many hours of sleep do you think you require? Yes, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours minimum. Okay, good. So friends, let me tell you, as per medical science, as per doctors, for your age, you need 7 hours of sleep. When I say your age, which means if you are above age 12, remember these numbers. If you are above age 12, if you're below 58, that's the age group, 12 to 58. I'm sure all of you crossed 12. I'm sure nobody crossed 58, right? So good. So if you're between 12 and 58 years of age, as per doctors, as per medical science, you need 7 hours of sleep. If you're below 12, if you're above 58, you need more hours. So anyways, so 7 hours of sleep. But having said that, friends, if you are like me, which means, friends, if you like to sleep for more hours, believe me, friends, I love to sleep for more hours, right? So if you're like me, if you think 7 hours is not sufficient for you, I have a technique for you, friends. What you'll do is just before going to sleep, every task is done, you're about to jump on the bed. Before going to sleep, friends, if possible, take a quick bath. Okay, take a quick bath and sleep. You sleep only for 7 hours, but because of the bath you took, your body will get 10 hours of relaxation, scientifically proven. I repeat again, starting today, you sleep only for 7 hours, right? But if you think, friends, that 7 is not sufficient for you, if you feel 7 is not sufficient, all you have to do is just before going to sleep, if possible, take a quick bath and sleep. Sleep only for 7 hours, but the bath you took will give you 10 hours of happy relaxation. Any questions? You know, in my live sessions, some students ask me, sir, hot water or cold water? It doesn't matter. Take a quick bath. Okay. And finally, entertainment. Friends, you type your answers. How many hours do you need for entertainment in a day? Type your answers, please. How many hours in a day do you want for entertainment? How many hours do you want for entertainment? Okay. I'm getting your chats at a later stage. Okay. Okay. Hot steam bath or normal bath, it doesn't matter. You can take a quick bath. So how many hours of sleep do you, how many hours of entertainment? Okay. Let's say, I'm not able to see your chat right now, but let's say, okay, 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour, 2 to 3 hours. Okay, fine. Let's say 3 hours. Okay, fine. Whatever you say. So let's say 3 hours. Okay. So friends, food, 2 hours, sleep, 7 hours, games, fun, other activities, 3 hours, right? So total, how many hours are done, friends? 2 plus 3 plus 7. How many hours are done? 12 hours, right? So how many hours are left out now? 12. So good, friends. So friends, frankly speaking, here's the good news. We don't have to learn how to use 24 hours. Without our knowledge, food, sleep, games, entertainment, half day is done. So all we have to do is, friends, we have to learn how to use just 12 hours. Now, if you can learn how to use these 12 hours like a smart student, even you can be a smart student, right? So friends, now how do this, so most students, by the way, most students, when it comes to education, the remaining 12 hours, when it comes to the word education, they feel like it. Look at the slide. That's how they feel about education. You no longer have to feel like that. if you learn the strategies and secrets of smart students. So what are those secrets, friends? So we're going to try to learn now how to use the remaining 12 hours, right? Listen carefully. Do you know, friends, as a student, till you finish your education, as a student, you spend the remaining 12 hours only in 4 areas. Do you know this? I repeat again, as a student, friends, the remaining 12 hours, first 12 hours, food, sleep, entertainment is gone, right? The remaining 12 hours, as a student, you will spend only in 4 areas. You cannot go beyond these 4 areas. Do you know that? Where do you spend the remaining 12 hours, friends? You will spend the remaining 12 hours. One, you will spend it in the classroom. One, you will spend it maybe in the classroom, right? Or you will spend at home, or you'll spend in a holiday, or you'll spend it in the exam hall. Friends, you tell me, think and tell me, where else can you go? As a student, the remaining 12 hours, you spend it either in the classroom, or you spend it at home, or you spend it on a holiday, or you spend it in the exam hall. Friends, you tell me, you type and tell me, where else can you go? Okay, if you're going to office for learning, even that will become a classroom, ma'am. If you're a final student, if you're going to office for articleship, if you're going to office for articleship to learn there, so even that would be, if my guess is it's called apprenticeship, right? So even that's learning for you. So it comes under classroom, kind of a classroom for you. Okay, you go to gym. So we have 3 hours for entertainment. We can add it there, right? Friend's house is a part of entertainment. Library definitely is similar to learning, so it belongs to classroom. Okay. So my point here is, friends, a majority of time, we need to understand this, that as a student, a majority of time, the remaining 12 hours, we spend either in the classroom, or we spend at home, or on a holiday, or in the exam hall. This is what the smart students understood. They understood that this is where I spend most of my time. You know what they did, friends? Whenever they go to classroom, either online class or it's a live class, whenever they go to classroom, they follow 4 fantastic secrets there. Why? Because do you agree, my friends? Type your answer yes or no. Do you agree, my friends, that if you really pay right concentration in the classroom, you don't have to struggle much at home? Yes or no, friends? If you really pay the right concentration in the classroom, it's half the battle won. Yes or no, friends? So that is why all the smart students, they follow 4 fantastic techniques whenever they go to a classroom. And once they come back home, yeah, when they sit at home to study, they follow 3 fantastic secrets. 3 time-tested principles is what they do, right? So they follow 3 standards. So they don't, I told you they're not bookworms, right? They don't study with getting stressed out. Whenever they study at home, they follow 3 simple but very powerful techniques to study effectively. And whenever holidays come, you know, a holiday in the sense Sundays, whenever Sunday comes, they enjoy their Sunday. Please understand this, my friends. You know, why is a holiday designed? Because Monday to Saturday, we work hard. We need physically, mentally, we need time for relaxation, regeneration. So that is why a Sunday is designed. If you also struggle on Sunday, it's not called a holiday, it's called a jail, right? So on Sundays, what they do is they enjoy their Sundays. But besides enjoying, they follow 2 very creative methods to make their education far more interesting. Yeah. And finally, all our efforts are to do brilliantly in the examination hall. So whenever they go to the examination, they follow 1 wonderful strategy whenever they go to examination, right? So classroom, 4 secrets, home, 3 secrets, holiday, 2 secrets, exam, 1 secret, right? So totally, if you add them, 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, totally it comes to 10 powerful secrets. Friends, I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're merit, average, below average. I don't know anything about you, friends, but I know this. These 10 simple secrets, believe me, they're very, very simple to follow. If they are difficult to follow, we don't call them smart students, we call them hardworking students, right? So they're very simple to follow, but they're very powerful. Believe me, my friends, if you can take a decision today that you will make these 10 secrets your habits, if you can make these 10 simple secrets your habits, this year, next year, every year till you finish your education, you can excel in your academics, you can excel in your examinations the smart way, right? So what are these 10 secrets? I'll quickly tell the names of them. First, make note down the names of it. Everyone take a fresh page. and put the heading classroom. First heading is classroom, right? Right. So put the side heading classroom. Okay. In that, below that, write down 4 secrets I told you. Write the names of the secrets first. Secret number 1, magnet. Quickly write down the names of the secrets first. Classroom, first secret is called magnet. Magnet. Classroom secret number 2 is hot. H-O-T. Hot. Third secret, pot. P-O-T. Pot. Fourth secret, parking lot. Parking lot. So magnet, hot, pot, parking lot. You learn these 4, you can immensely benefit whenever you go to classroom. Coming to home now. The 3 secrets. You follow the 3 secrets, friends, and believe me, you will know exactly how to take information to your long-term memory, and you'll find it very difficult to forget concepts. Okay. So write down home secrets, the 3 secrets. Okay. We call it S-P-A. Write it vertically. First secret is yes. Second is P. Third is A. Spa. Okay. S-P-A. Spa. You learn spa. Okay. So in home secrets, there are 3 secrets. Number 1 is yes. Number 2 is P. Number 3 is A. S-P-A. Spa. So this spa will help you to take information to your long-term memory, irrespective of what subject to prepare. And then comes holiday. We have 2 secrets. Write down holiday secrets. Number 2 secrets. Number 1 is called J. J. J for Jack. Number 1 is J. Number 2 is M. Okay. J and M. Second one is M. And finally, exam secret. We have only 1 secret in exam, and that's Dubai. The secret number 1, only 1 secret in exam. It's called Dubai. P-U-B-A-I. Dubai. Right. So magnet, hot, pot, parking lot. S-P-A. J and M. Dubai. That's it, friends. You learn these 10 secrets, and you can prepare very powerfully for the November examination. Right. Whether you're doing your foundation, your inter, your final, it's going to equally help each one of you. These 10 secrets will immensely help you. Right. So to make your exams colorful. Now, what are those 10 secrets? To learn these 10 secrets, we have 3 days left, and I'll ensure you learn all these 10 secrets by the end of this 4-day program, right? But before we end it today, as I mentioned, I said we have 15 minutes Q&A session at the end of it. So if you have any questions, you can ask me now. Okay, friends, the chat is open. So if you have any questions, we have some questions in the Q&A. So let me try and answer as many as possible. Sir, GSR Garu. Hello. Srinivas, sir.
Sir, Satish, sir, please tell, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, in case there are any technical questions, I would also require your help to answer, sir.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, sir. Okay. Let me see how many questions I can answer in 50 minutes time we have. So let me go with the Q&A, friends. Okay. Will this event be uploaded somewhere else in case some students could go for some urgent work in between? I think, friends, this video will be uploaded on YouTube. These 4 days program will be uploaded on YouTube for a while. So in case you miss it here, I think you can get it from there. Okay. Can we clear both groups within 40 days? Now, it depends upon your knowledge, current knowledge levels, and your preparation you had so far. But definitely these strategies, if you sincerely take a decision, follow them, I think there are good chances you can clear both the groups in 40 days, right? Provided you already have some preparation in advance before this. Okay, how to score marks in IT subject? Friends, irrespective of which subject it is, these 10 secrets are going to help you. How to revise big chapters with ease? Yes, we'll learn that. Okay. I'm appearing CF final second group. I'm working now. I'm not working, but due to long gap, I'm unable to concentrate. More time on reading. Okay, fine. So the SPART technique is going to help you, friends. How to practice? Okay, friends, my laptop is getting stuck, so we'll stick to the chat box. I close the Q&A. So chat box. Let me see some questions, friends. Please understand that if any of your question is not answered right now, please don't worry. I'm with you for 4 days. And even after those 4 days are done, I'm just one phone call away, or I'm just one WhatsApp message away. So in case the limited time we have now, if I'm not able to answer every question, please don't feel disheartened. I'll be with you for 4 days, and even I'll be with you even after that. So,
Sir, shall I help you? Shall I help you with some of the questions in the
yes, sir,
Q&A
please.
box?
Yeah, please do it, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Mr. Khan is asking, when we read a good book, even though it is similar to education, but we remember it for long.
Right. Okay.
So that's what he is saying. He is unable to remember the content of the book, but of the education material, but he is able to remember the content of a good book which he reads.
Right, Khan. Good question, Khan. Remember what I said, Khan? Interest is a mother of memory. Correct? So when you are reading a book, I'm sure nobody's forcing you to read that particular book, right? You're reading it because you are so interested to learn something from that book, right? So you picked up the book by choice. So when you did that, you have so much of interest in going through the content, and that's why majority of it you might remembering it. But I think when it comes to subject books, maybe some of the contents may look complex for you, or maybe you're doing it with not that kind of interest when reading the other books, right? So don't worry, Mr. Khan. As we go through the remaining 3 days, you'll be learning strategies, how to remember even your subject books, so that you will get this problem solved.
So Sunil is asking that what is the exam secret, wonderful secret that you want to tell them?
Dubai.
Maybe in the course of your proceedings, you might have said that you will be telling a wonderful secret about the exam. So they want that secret.
Okay, friends, it's called Dubai. Okay, Dubai. I already mentioned the secret name. It's called Dubai. Friends, if your questions are related to the secret I'm going to teach you, please hold on for these 3 days. Okay, because I already mentioned what I'm going to cover for you. So it's just a matter of time. By the end of 3 days, you will get all these 10 secrets. Believe me, that is what this program is for. It's to help you to become better in your academics, right? So if your question is related to what I'm going to teach you next day, that I will not be able to teach you in one sentence now, because it takes 2 hours for me to teach you that. So you can ask me any other questions which are not in the syllabus are covered so far. Okay, my point is, whatever we covered so far today, if you have any questions, please ask on that.
Are lefties any less capable when it comes to using the brain?
Not at all. That's a good question. I don't know who asked this, but it's a good question. If you're left-hander, are you anyway less capable? Not at all, my friend. Please understand this. And there's one more myth. Some people think if they use a left hand, the right brain works. If they use a right hand, left brain works. That is true. Okay, but please understand the difference. There's something called physical nature and mental nature. Please understand this. See, when I'm using waving my right hand now, you know this. You must have read science. Your entire right part of the body is controlled by the left brain. Your left part of the body is controlled by the right brain, right? So, but that's at a physical level. So if you're writing with the left hand, the right brain is helping you, but that's at a physical level. But what I'm talking here in this session today is about the mental capabilities. Which means that if you're using the left hand, it doesn't mean using the right brain mentally, using it physically. Find difference there? But you should know how to use the mental powers of your right brain, and we'll learn it. Yeah. Don't worry, even if you're lefty, you're perfectly normal and you're perfectly fine to achieve big things.
Mohit wants to know how to manage a schedule on a bad day.
Okay. So, I like what Les Brown says. If you don't know Les Brown, he's one of the top motivational speakers on the planet. I like what Les Brown says. He says, in life, there are good days and character building days, it seems. He doesn't call them bad days. Either you have a good day in life or you have a character building day in your life, right? So when things go wrong, my friend, things will go wrong, right? Definitely life is a roller coaster. So there will be days when things definitely might go wrong. When things go wrong, you need to know a concept called comeback power. Because the more you sit there in the down area, the more you feel horrible. So you need to know something, my friend, called bouncing back mechanism. It's called comeback power. Human beings are powerful, my friends. Human spirit is powerful. So if you can learn how to come back quickly out of it, we all will feel bad. But I want you to come back quickly out of it. How? The last day we'll be talking about this. Okay, on the last day, besides Dubai, okay, I'll be teaching you exam secrets on the last day. If you have seen my brochure, I told you how on the last day I'll teach you how to create a powerful mindset. I'm sure you saw the brochure, right?
Yeah, somebody want to know how to wake up early in the morning.
Okay, so that's a nice question. Now, such habits don't happen overnight, my friend. Yeah, a lot of factors determine you getting up early in the morning. Definitely, one is your willpower. To build your willpower, I'll teach you strategies, anyways. How to build a powerful mindset will help you how to build your willpower. But that alone will not be sufficient. It's necessary to look into your eating habits, your sleeping habits. All these matter. Okay, so if you can get back on track on your health, especially your eating and sleeping habits, if you are maintaining a good pattern with that, and if you add willpower, definitely you can get up early in the morning. But that, my friends, will definitely take some time. Those habits don't form overnight. So instead of worrying that you're not able to get up in the morning, let's learn how to use the day the powerful way, right?
Yeah, Varun wants to know how to enhance his willpower.
Okay, so that's again, last day we'll talk about it, sir. Powerful mindset, friends. Remember, whoever asked this question, I'll be talking about powerful mindset, and you'll get your answer. Yes.
What is the strategy for employees preparing for exam, working 9 hours, 5 days a week? So they have
Okay.
2 days to
Very
study.
good. Well said. Whoever is working and working 9 hours a day, I know you don't have much time left, but still, as I told you, SPA, SPA, the SPA technique I'm talking about, how to study effectively the SPA system. Now, that system can be used even if you're working for 9 hours, you can still use the time powerfully. SPA, wait for the SPA, please.
Yeah, Jitendra wants that 7 major stress points slide. Sir,
Right.
may I ask you whether this PPT will be shared with the students?
I think this entire PPT is being recorded along with my video and it's on YouTube, my
Yes,
friend.
yes,
So
yes,
I
yes.
think you have access to it. Yes.
Right, right. And someone wants to know how to concentrate more on study. I think you will be going through these in
Yes.
your sessions.
Yes.
Yes, the recordings will be available on YouTube. Someone wants to repeat the 4 classrooms recaps. Yes, as Satish sir told, you can watch the video on YouTube. You can go through those minutes of the session wherein you can get your repetition.
Okay, friends, one more
How to
point.
overcome laziness?
Yeah, friends, sir, yes, before I answer that, friends, I'm so thrilled and happy looking at your inquisitiveness about the way you ask me questions. But my dear friends, I sincerely recommend that you attend these 4 days. Okay, this is just the first day, friends. We just touched the basics today. This is just the first day of the program. We have 4 days, right? So a lot of questions you're asking me, even I can see them on the chat, are the questions which will be answered as you attend this 3-day program, right? So if you, I'm sure all these questions will be answered by the end of the 4th day, right? This is first day, friends. This will just in the basics. So my request is, if you have any questions in today's session, I'll be more than happy to answer. The remaining questions, do not worry. I'll teach you step by step. By the end of these 4 days, you'll get those clarified. And by the 4th day, and if you still have questions, I'm more than happy to answer them, right? Please let me know if you have any questions about today's basic session. This session is called the basics. Any questions in today's session? Did I go too fast? Am I too slow? Are you comfortable? Let me know.
How to handle the current negative environment? Maybe COVID related question. They are bogged down, I think.
Right. My dear friend, if anyone sitting here right now, before we end this 4 day session, okay, before we finish this 4 day session, if any one of you, if you think you are stressed out already, if you think you have this negative things influencing you, or if you think you need some positive energy, right? I'll anyway teach you powerful mindset by the end of the 4th day. That's anyway there. But right now, if you want to come out of some stress, and if you want to feel comfortable, if you want to feel energetic, if you want a little boost, then I would strongly recommend, that there's a strategy called visual meditation. I don't know how many of you meditate regularly. For most students don't, right? And some students, maybe they tried meditation, but then they didn't do it consistently. They couldn't concentrate, or maybe they didn't do it. But we know this. We all know this, that meditation has got its own advantages. So instead of doing the regular meditation, which is difficult, I agree it's difficult to focus and stay calm and do meditation. So there's a simple very powerful strategy used by the smart students, and that's called visual meditation, friends. Okay. So what you'll do is, if any one of you, if you're interested to build some stress-free environment, if you want to come out of negativity, if you want to be stress-free, in starting today itself, if you want to feel that energy, then what you'll do is you can just message me VM, okay? Capital V, capital M means visual meditation. Just type VM in my WhatsApp, okay? I'll give my WhatsApp number. Just type VM. I'll send you a link which I created. It's called visual meditation. Immensely helps you to stay focused, to improve your concentration, and to remove your stress. If you're already feeling stressed, definitely VM will immensely help you, friends. Okay, you can try it today and let me know tomorrow the advantage. I mean, how you felt about the VM. Okay, and don't write VM here and not in this chat box. I'll give you a WhatsApp number, friends. You can type it there. Okay, you can. Okay.
Swati wants to know how a married woman can manage the time.
Okay, so again, ma'am, if you're talking about managing time to study for CA exams, Spark Technique will help you. In general, if you're talking about how to manage your time, then I think you can contact me. I have a program called Mind Gym. It's called Mind Gym. If you're talking generally about time management, that's a great tool called Mind Gym. But specifically, if it's about your examinations, the Spark Technique is going to immensely help you. Yes.
How to resolve homesickness?
Homesickness? Or you're staying somewhere far away? Okay, right. My dear friend, when there's a big picture before you, like, why, see, whenever you want to give up, whenever, you feel bad, always look at the reasons why you are there. Okay. If your reasons is to prove yourself as a chartered accountant and make your parents feel happy, there's no pain and no gain. We know that. So for a few days, maybe you can just bear it to make sure you make your parents feel proud about it. If you still are able to not focus and you're still feeling bad, I strongly recommend you to try visual meditation once. Visual meditation. I'm going to give you my WhatsApp number to all of you friends at the end of this session. You can just type VM to me. I'll send you the link of visual meditation. Definitely a breakthrough experience is what you'll experience with VM. Yeah. Yeah. My WhatsApp number. Okay, my WhatsApp number, friends, I'll type it in the 903. You may want to make a note of it. 903 000 1012. I repeat, my WhatsApp number 903 000 1012. You can also see it on the slide. I'll show the slide at the end of the session. Yes, sir.
Someone can't study for long duration of time. Asking whether is that okay?
It's perfectly okay, sir. Actually speaking, if you're spending long hours with books, you're actually doing more. It's actually going to create more adverse effect, right? So the SPART technique I'm going to talk about, the technique will teach you how to study not for long hours, but for little slots and make the max use of it, right? So if you are not in the habit of reading for hours together, that's good thing actually, right? So don't worry.
Vivek want to know how to memorize various section numbers in law subjects.
Okay, that's a good question, Vivek. The other day, I was talking to the chairman of SICASA. I was talking to Srinivas sir before we having this session. And what he mentioned is that, I'm talking about his perception, your chairman sir's perception is that section numbers are not a must to remember. If you write an answer, and as long as you have the content with you, as long as you have the clarity of concept and you mention it, that's what the evaluator is going to check. If you write a section number, he definitely may have a little more positive opinion about you. But if you write a wrong section number, now that's definitely going to adversely create an impression about you, because you write a wrong section and write different content, they won't match. So that will be more harmful. So because what chairman sir also says is that there are a lot of sections, there are more than 500 sections, remember. And so he says, do not get into remembering all those sections. Maybe some important sections, maybe we can discuss as to how to remember them, but don't try to focus more on remembering section numbers. Okay.
So with your permission, the last question of this session.
Yes, sir.
Krishnaganj wants to avoid the IPL. Can he do that?
Definitely. Yeah. Okay. That's a nice one. See, good news, friends. Remember, we talked about 24 hours, food, sleep, entertainment. Remember? Right. So, and we also decided we'll have 3 hours of entertainment. So, if possible, okay, if possible, I want you to take a decision that this next 1-2 months till you write your examinations, just take a decision that you'll be out of gadgets and out of IPL and out of stuff like that. Okay. But having said that, because we have a slot for entertainment, there's nothing wrong in watching it. But the only concern is if you are a favorite of a certain team and if that team loses the match, okay, then that's where trouble comes into picture. If you get emotional, if you feel like, oh my God, my team lost it, but that may definitely impact your exams. So even though we have a 3-hour slot for entertainment, in which you can include IPL, I would still suggest you not to go for it because you might, if you're an emotional person. Or else if you're just watching cricket like cricket, I think you can do it for a while. But I strongly recommend that all students, please, I sincerely recommend to put your gadgets off and your cell phones off for the next 2 months. But having said that, when you learn the SPART technique, you will learn how to focus. Whenever you study, you need to focus so powerfully and take information to long-term memory. So even if other things distract you for a while, you will learn how to be still on track. Yeah. So friends, I know that most of your questions are not answered the way you expected them to answer, only because you asked me questions from the future, right? The next 3 days, what I'm going to cover, so some questions came from that, and that's why I couldn't give you the full answers because it takes time to teach you that stuff. Okay, but other than that, I'm sure by the end of these 3 days, you get most of your questions get answered, right? So don't worry, my friends. It's just the first day of our journey. My only request would be, please consistently come on time and be present all these 4 days. Will benefit. Yeah, and you have my WhatsApp number. It's you can look at the slide. It's 903 000 1012. Thank you, Silvasa. Thank you, sir. Thank you, students, for your time today. See you tomorrow at 10 a.m. sharp.